In a remote corner of southwestern Wisconsin stands a witness to an epidemic that ravaged the U.S. in the mid-1800s. The hauntings here stem from that mass loss of life, but this location is also associated with a murder and execution that left a second location haunted as well. Amongst the seemingly endless rolling hills of corn stands Berry Tavern. The wood frame house was built in 1839 and served as lodging, the post office, and a community center that hosted classes for children and sermons for worship. The first time blood was spilled here was when a man was shot through his heart by an angry and drunk William Caffee during a party. Caffee was apprehended and executed by hanging at the Walker House in Mineral Point, Wisconsin. This site is allegedly haunted. However, the current owners claim activity has ceased. However, the site is most closely associated with the cholera epidemic that spread across the United States from 1832 to 1866. By 1854, the Berry Tavern was situated on a stagecoach route that ran all the way into Chicago. The owner at that time, Charles Lamar, left his wife and 6 children behind to make that trip to Chicago. While he was away, a stagecoach from Rockford had arrived. The driver was ill and ended up dying in the home, now called the Lamar House, but not before spreading the disease. The deaths began to rack up quickly over the preceding days. Charles Lamar's wife, who had been tending to the sick coach driver, died. A doctor was summoned, but he too was already infected with cholera before arriving, and he also expired at the Lamar House. Along with the doctor, a coffin maker arrived and died here as well. With no one left to bury the bodies, they were initially wrapped in sacks and left out in front of the house, a warning for other stagecoaches not to stop. Soon, the house was abandoned, occupied by the dead, the survivors fleeing to a barn on the property. Death followed there as well. In the end, an estimated 25 people were infected with cholera here, and 17 died, including 4 of Lamar's 5 daughters and his 1 son. The still-standing root cellar ended up serving as a temporary morgue while the family cemetery grew to accommodate more bodies. Soon, it would be lost to time. During a project in the 1940s or 50s, nearly 100 years later, the headstones were rediscovered. The cemetery boasts 11 names written across 7 gravestones. It's likely, but unknown, that other stones may still be undiscovered in the area. According to Jim Winter, founder of Transcendent Paranormal, women feel uneasy near the root cellar, and items move of their own accord throughout the house. Paranormal investigations have yielded intelligent vocal responses to questions from disembodied voices, and light anomalies have been captured on camera. There are amazing haunted locations out there. Do you have a tip on a haunted historical location with a story to tell? Let us know in the comments or at whatsyourghoststory.com.